what's up, you guys? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Almost hump day. 1 second, y'all. Man, y'all, if the B sector isn't B sector red, it's so much going on. In my Tracy voice, so much going on. Let me check my sound on my other device. Make sure we good. Yes, we sound good. We sound great. So, you guys, come on in. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please and thank you. Feel free to send a cash app to your girl to the hoes $ the hood table 402, or you can also join the membership. The lowest tier is $1.99. So thank you so much, you guys, for your support. And I just had to throw my cash app out there because they've been talking about we be over here begging. Like, this is now the begging sector. The B sector is now the begging sector. Do y'all agree? Do you disagree? You got any comments about that or any opinion about that? That's one thing I want to talk about. There's a few things I want to talk about. Ooh, I hope somebody is in the chat or happens to fall on in here because I just saw something before I got here. Who is that? The real Mrs. J. Shout out to the real Mrs. J. Okay, now I like her. I really do like her platform. She normally doesn't go live. She mostly upload videos, and they're usually between, I don't know, a few minutes to maybe 10, 12 minutes, real short and sweet. Um, but I really like her. I really do like her. And I know she had mentioned that Rebel Sun, I like Rebel Sun too, so I follow Rebel Sun too. But she had mentioned how Rebel Sun was telling her, you need to make your videos a little longer. So I think one of her videos she made was about 7 minutes. But usually she keeps it short and sweet. And I like the real Mrs. J. Now, and she can sing, y'all. Have y'all heard that lady sing? Now, she be sometimes singing in her intro. Um, just a little, 1, 2, 1, 2, just a little bit. She just give us a little bit, but she actually sings, and I think she says she has her own music or wrote songs or whatever. But yeah, she can also sing too. So shout out again to Real Mrs. J. But if you happen to be in the chat, just drop down in the chat. You ain't got to hit the panel or nothing. But what the hell is going on? I saw her make a post on her community wall, and she said that she has been kicked out of better places. So somebody asked, kicked out of where? And I'm glad they did, because I sure was like, what is she talking about? So she said Shelly. And I'm like, what? I guess I don't know if she's referring to Shelly kicked her out of her chat or kicked her out of her panel or blocked her or what. I haven't been able to keep up with everything because y'all just been cutting up, acting up, putting up. Um, so that's one thing I would like to know. If anybody knows the tea on that, please feel free to drop it down in the chat. Let me hit this. Let me drop this link too, just in case anybody wants to hit the link. Let's see. Oh, I know it's early in the morning, and some of y'all still might be lying down or recovering from last night. So, from all the entertainment last night, I ain't talking about anything else that you might have done in your life outside of YouTube. But, so, there's a few things I want to discuss. Feel free to put your opinion in the comment section or the chat. Feel free to hit the link if you like. But okay, so I heard about that from the real Mrs. J. And then I also heard somebody, I was watching Nika's chat. And I was watching, who? Oh, I was watching Nika's chat, James' chat, Trezor Lane. I was watching T Velocity, Miss Tiva, the beautiful T Velocity. And who else? I can't remember who else I was watching. And it did go down on Ladies Nika's panel. It did go down on T Velocity's panel. In James' panel, James was mostly talking about, how he really hates beggars. So we definitely gonna be talking about that. But also 9/11 that came and went. Rest in peace to everybody who was affected, everybody who passed away, to all the firefighters that, got sick or passed away from that, or, rest in peace to those. Our thoughts are with the families of 9/11. That still hits really hard for a lot of people. I know a lot of people yesterday on Facebook was posting things about it, and what they remember or where they were or what they were doing at that time. And I was just thinking, I had just had my second son a few months before that, had just returned back to work, and I was working in a tall building here in downtown Omaha. And the first thing I did was I just shot down the stairs. I was so scared and panicking, I just shot down the stairs because I'm like, I don't know if we got like off in here and everything. And they used to say back in the day that if the United States would get hit or anything like that, because of off it being here, um, something could happen here. So I'm like, y'all remember when the president had came here? Well, the old President Trump, something had happened. I can't remember exactly what had happened. But and he came right here, and they had announced it and everything. And we was like, why would that fool say he's up in Omaha? Well, actually, Offutt is actually in Bellevue, which is, I mean, damn near Omaha. It's like, what, 35, not even that far away. But we was like, yeah, why would that fool, why would they make that announcement that he's here? We don't want nobody knowing that he's up in here in the Midwest. But anyway, shout out to all those people. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives for 9/11. But also, 9/11 was supposed to be a court date for somebody in the B sector. And that would be Mrs. Seven Stars. How some of y'all like to call her 14 minus 7. Y'all is crazy. But I had heard from that was on Lady Nika's panel, and I think Bree was in the chat because somebody had asked in the chat. They was like, "Well, what's up with the court date?" This was towards the end of Lady Nika's chat after it had they had the conversation about the $50. Should we call it the $50 gate with Jawanna and Stacey Roberson? I really don't know a lot about Stacey Roberson. I'm familiar with Jawanna because she drops on panels a lot, different panels. She supports a lot of people. I know that she's really crafty. She's talented. She makes a lot of things, t-shirts and blinged out cups and smoker trays and weed trays. She made all kind of things. I can go on and on with all the stuff that she makes. But I'm familiar with her, but not with the Stacey Roberson. But it was towards the end of that video that Lady Nika had did when somebody in the chat had brought up 9/11. It's 9/11. So what's up with the court? Whatever. And so Bree, I don't know if she was going by hearsay or if she was just randomly thinking what might could have happened. But she said that it had been canceled or it had been dropped or something like that. So I was like, I wonder what's going on with that. And then I see, oh, hey, Seven. And then I see Seven's video about she's down there in Las Vegas on vacationing and all that whoop whoop whoop. So I hope you're enjoying yourself down there in Vegas. 7 stars. But anyway, what's up, Vibrant? What's up, Vibrant? So that's a few things that I wanted to discuss. And also, as far as the begging, like a lot of people really think this has become the begging sector. And I wanted to see what you guys felt about that because a lot of people feel like if you're a content creator and if you're on here and you're bringing entertainment, to the masses, to your subscribers, your subbies, your supporters, and things like that, that is okay to ask for certain things. Like we ask for what? Amazon get what do they call that? Amazon gift, whatever, where you have birthday wishes. I know Dovey is over there. She just got her new crib, her new apartment. So they have like wish lists for housewarming. And I'm going to have to say, I did do the housewarming thing when I bought my house. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. But, or when you have a wish list for Christmas, like Lady Nika just spoke out the other day, how she created a wish list for her birthday, I believe. Brianna, I think she created a wish list for her birthday, I believe, or was it Christmas? But a lot of content creators create these wish lists. I wouldn't consider that begging per se. Now, begging to me is when somebody comes on here a lot. And what's up, detach myself? When somebody comes on here a lot and they're like, okay, my car broke down. My light bill need to be paid. My phone bill need to be paid. My rent ain't been paid in 3 months. Y'all know where I'm going with that. But it's like, and when you're always constantly asking for something, and when Spill It Boy talks about it, or Treasure Lane, or James, whatever name you like to refer to him by, he has said this many times. Even the people that he like, even the people that he like, who drops their cash app or be like, hit the cash app or whatever, my cash app ain't moving, stuff like that. He has no problem saying, I still like you guys. I think you guys are cool. I support y'all channel, but I hate beggars. I hate people who beg. But I think, like I said, it's okay to support people on here who are giving you good entertainment, especially if it's really good entertainment and you want to hit the cash app, you want to hit the super chat, you want to ask for their PO box because you want to send them maybe something you made or something you've seen or maybe something you heard them talk about or maybe something you think they need, and you want to send it to their PO box to bless them, to support them. So on that note, again, let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know when it's too far, when it's too much. Let me read some of your comments. Let's see. Good morning, Vibrant Mom, with that smile turned upside down. Just my thoughts said, good morning, Hood Table Chat, listen and support. And hey, you guys, thanks for coming in. I know it's early in the morning, like I said, but I know some of y'all is still up. I know other people are going live this morning. I've been trying not to get in nobody's way or step on nobody's toes or, go live on top of some people, even though I know others are like, hey, that's your channel. Do what you gotta do. If you want to go live, you should go live. It don't matter who else is going live. But I try not to go live on top of people, so I just be trying to get in where I fit in. On top of that, I like to watch other people. So sometimes I'll have a live schedule and I won't even go live because I'm too busy trying to watch other people and find out, everything I can know about what's going on, the different beats and things like that, storylines, narratives, things like that. But anywho, Seven has said something earlier in the chat. You said, I'm really your claim to fame. Girl, what? Okay, hold on. Let me highlight this comment. I'm really your claim to fame. Claim to fame? What, girl? We discussed everything from the hood to the White House over here. You is not nobody's claim to fame over here. Like, really? Seven? Girl. Anyway. What happened to the court date? Answer that for us. All right. Hey, what's up, the Sassy Show? And again, enjoy your time down in Vegas. What's up, the Sassy Show? How you doing, love? And again, if anybody wants to hit the stanky link, like we call it over here, feel free to hit the stanky link. Thank you so much. But now this what's been going on recently over the last few days has been involving this Stacey Roberson, which again, I don't know her too well. So I'm not on here about to be judging and all that kind of stuff because I really don't know what's going on. I really don't know if there's a serious need for this lady. I know some people feel like she's on here trying to get money when she don't really need the money. That's one of the narratives. And then the other narrative, because I heard Jay Dunn actually read the GoFundMe that Stacey Roberson had put on the GoFundMe. And it says something about, needing money for rent, I believe. I don't know I think it was rent, not mortgage, rent, but shit, they just say these days, paying rent is like paying mortgage these days. It's just as damn high. And that's why a lot of people are struggling right now. And even here, it's hard to find housing. Even here, it's hard to find housing in the Midwest because a lot of people are not moving because of the simple fact they know that when they move, where they have to move or their next move is going to be probably really expensive. And so they're kind of like, I don't want to call it grandfathered in, but like when I was renting, my landlord, once I left, she kept increasing the rent. And the last time she increased the rent was like still during the pandemic, but we had got like over the hump. Like we had got over the worst part of the pandemic. And then she raised the rent again. So I'm like, forget all this shit. I'm tired of paying this rent. I'm tired. That place ain't even worth it. I mean, hold on, Sass. Let me put up my banner, boo. Let me put up my banner, boo. Gotta make sure it's you, child, because I don't want to. I think they were trying to do that. That the P bomb and stuff again. I don't even have that many banners on here because y'all know I'm on my. I'm on my. What do you call? Oh, okay. Here's one. I'm on my iPad because my laptop is broke.
Oh, how cute is that? Look at that.
Yes, I made this for a little girl's
Oh
birthday
my
in last.
gosh. And all of that is edible?
Yes, all that is
Oh, girl.
edible.
That is
Yeah.
so freaking cute. Hey,
Yes,
girl.
you know your girl be getting down
You
and
know
out.
that, baby.
R.
That
Kelly up
baby.
here. R.
Girl, if I was
Kelly.
anywhere near Omaha, honey, I would but we don't do too many cakes and stuff. We don't have any, like little kids, and so
Mm-hmm.
and honey. Anyway, let's not get on that. Hey, Mr. William. Hey, Vibrant.
Yes.
Oh, girl, take seven comment down. Seven
Oh,
seven is
where
a
is it?
miss.
I'm trying to
Hey,
find it.
seven.
Oh, there it is. I don't understand what she's talking about. Like, there are some people on here sassy, and I don't understand it. Like, how could you be on here always trashing people and dragging people and doxing people and stalking people and all this kind of stuff? As soon as somebody mentions your name, you talking about, oh, I guess my name is your claim to fame. Ain't nobody get no fame off of you over here. I talk about her about as much as I talk about other people, which is usually just get my commentary and move on. But
Well,
anyway,
excuse me, my
she's
sinus is
kind of
right.
bent out of shape because we be talking about her. Like anyway,
Oh, well, yeah, seven. She talks about everybody, but in a responsible way, in
yeah,
my
I don't be
opinion.
over
They
here
just over here chit
just
chatting. They
trashing
not
people, you
nasty.
know.
Yeah, they're not nasty or anything. So
Yeah,
I don't think you would have an issue with her commentary, seven. But I get that when you're getting a lot of commentary on you, it may appear one
right.
way.
And
But
I like really supported her channel and everything, even when a lot of people still don't have it for her. I was always supporting her channel in her chat,
yeah,
stuff
I
like
don't.
that. But yeah, anywho, child.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to let her know that you're not. Yeah, you're one of the good girls. You're not over here being nasty and saying malicious stuff. It's just straight
Just
commentary
commentary.
and thoughts. Yep, just one of
Mm.
the good girls. Anyway, girl, I just hopped off of. Well, I had a meeting, but before that, I hopped off of Cruiser's panel because I was trying to catch up on the
Oh,
Stacey.
I miss cruising. Oh,
Yeah, and me and Purple Peach and Ronnie Q were up there, and I think I'm gonna do a show uh about how to find resources and jobs, and because this begging it's at this point it's I mean
it's a lot. Mhm.
well it more than it's a lot, it's you're probably not going to get what you're asking for because y'all have worn it out,
Yep.
they've worn it out. And
Mhm.
so and I wait till my show to be messy, but a few people have just sucked it dry. And so and nor is it our responsibility to help anyone with their mortgage, but there was a time and a day where if you needed something, you may have gotten half of what you needed or close to your goal. But at this point, you know I mean, subbies asking for money, you're not even providing a service. We don't
I was so shocked at that, but go on. It's the subby for me though. That go on, go
But
on.
I remember a year or so ago, if not longer, because Miss Bless been almost off a year. And on Miss Bless panel, somebody was saying they were having problems with their medication and they needed money. And it was somebody who just, who occasionally click links, but I didn't like super know the person. But and I felt for them, but I was like, But then her story, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the person's name, and I hope they're doing well. But her story was like, well, my insurance is no longer covering.
Stacey Roberson, she gave like 10 different stories. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not saying Stacey. I'm saying the person who I'm talking about who was on Miss Bless show like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm making a
Go ahead.
point that
Okay.
it's not really like all about Stacey. It's about like this person was saying that they needed money for their medicine, which that's going to pull at a lot of heartstrings, right? Nobody wants you to be without your medicine. But the story didn't quite make sense because it was like, oh, you know, my job switched insurance, and that insurance no longer covers this medication, and it was a very complicated story. So the first thing I want to tell them is y'all are complicating these stories to the point where people aren't believing you, you know. And I actually believe 95% of the people, when they say that they need help, I don't call it a scam. I say they need help, you know, and I get it. But to further complicate the story, or to be pompous about the story or arrogant about the story, it's just a lot of things that we need to, like us with, you know, the 10 percenters with some sense. We need to, you know, I feel like we need to address this situation, because
Right.
it's probably the 10 percenters that are sending the money in the first place. And then if we're no longer sending the money, and times are just going to get harder, you know, inflation is going up, you know, things are happening with the US dollar, blah, 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 not to get technical, but these people need to get a job.
And that's what Jay Dunn was saying. Over
Hush up, Vibrant.
That's what Jay Dunn was saying over on Lady Nika. She was like, okay, see the thing with this lady, and I vaguely remember that story that you're talking about, but it's been so many, you know what I mean? But in this particular situation, like she had the GoFundMe up since March, they said. It's almost about to be Christmas. And you still talking about you behind in rent like March, April, May, June, July, August. Well, it's like 8 months since you put the GoFundMe up. Now I don't know if money is still being contributed, but Jay Dunn said she only got like 30 some dollars of the amount requested. So she was like, man, you need to try to find other resources because people is getting tired of people coming on here begging for money. And I don't even know if she's even still behind. And it's been 8, 9 months. Like, are you still behind in rent?
Yeah,
But
see
people
that.
then don't want to answer questions, and they feel like we can't ask them questions.
Yeah, because see, the people are complicating the story. Listen, what that's I was listening to that part on T Velocity on the airplane, so I was catching on and off because I was on American Airlines Wi-Fi, and what I was catching was people are deep diving on the fact that her GoFundMe was up since March. To me, that just means that she is having continuous financial issues. That does not yell scam to me. It's saying in March she was behind, then perhaps she caught up a little bit, and then now she's behind again, and she just used the same GoFundMe. Quite simple, but if you're not able to articulate yourself, then it becomes very convoluted. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're dealing with people that can't even articulate their own situations. And then I haven't seen Lady Nika, but I heard that Stacey was kind of getting, you know, an
She
attitude.
was.
I
She
can't
was.
wait
Now
to
they
see
said
that.
that they were attacking her over there. I I don't know, Sassy. You might have to watch it because
I
I
am.
didn't
I'm
take
gonna
it
have to
as
watch
that.
it.
I didn't take it as them. I, I don't know because the main discussion was supposed to be about that, but then somehow I don't know if you heard, but Jawanna had mentioned, oh, well, she got me too in somebody's chat. I think it was Pisa's chat or somebody's chat because Jawanna had gave her $50 like a year ago to pay her phone bill, and so Stacey Robinson is saying, I never asked you for that. And Jawanna said, yes, you did. You asked to borrow the money and you told me that when your son get paid or something like that, you would pay me back. And she never did pay her back. So Jawanna is getting heat too because, and I'm gonna ask you how you feel about this. And I know you'll be honest with me, but how do you feel when you loan people money, even if it's been a year? Do you feel like people should just let it go just because some time has passed and they tried to get their money and they never got it and just let it go? Or do you feel they shouldn't bring it up in the future because she's getting heat for that? Like, why are you bringing it up now?
Well, I think that Jawanna is a generous person. I think Jawanna has made, hey, BB, I think Jawanna is a generous person, relatively speaking. I think Jawanna has made some good decisions financially in her life and she has it, right? I've let people so called borrow money in the beef sector, not large amounts, let's say 25, $50, whatever. They tell me they're going to pay me back. And then I've had them ask me again, like I'm a mark, you know what I mean? And I just simply say I don't have it, because one and done. I'm not gonna ever come out and tell you guys. But if they're asking again, and then they try to act like this is the first time, then yeah, I might out them because that's fucking rude. And how dare you? Don't try to tell me you didn't ask for something. How did I know you fucking needed it then?
Right, and then Jawanna said she would like DM her for more things, like she needed money for this and money for that, and she said she finally blocked her because she was like, "You still coming at me for stuff, and you ain't never paid me back." So she kind of just left it alone. But then when this shit came along about the GoFundMe, she just happened to say, "Oh yeah, she still owes me from last year," and people are condemning her for doing that. Like, why are you piling on more stuff? People are already going at her about the GoFundMe. And she's like, why y'all get mad at me? She's the one who owed me.
But it doesn't, yeah, people miss the point. I think the point is that Stacey says she's never asked for anything. And Stacey, I don't know
Right.
this part about Jawanna, but I heard Stacey on Miss T Velocity say, I've never asked for anything. Girl, I'm on the plane, like trying to search, because I have my earbud in. I'm searching through my purse for my phone, like, you
Uh-huh.
have asked for stuff before, you know,
Yeah,
but
because that's what people were saying. She didn't ask for stuff before. And I remember even Pisa said, sometimes Pisa will be like, drop your cash app, you guys. Drop your cash app if you want to. And Pisa had said, or even Stacey said this out of her own mouth on Nika's panel, that Pisa even told me one time or said it on her panel, dang, Stacey must be going through a lot because she always dropping her cash app.
Stacey has had continuous financial issues over the last probably 2 years that I can remember. I don't want to, I mean, I know this is about Stacey, but there's probably more. I mean, there's a lot more people that, Pizarro herself had, was going through it the last year and a half where there's a new situation, every few months. So, but neither, and Stacey is a home health aide. And my point on Cruiser was that like Jay Dunn, she's like, oh, well, can't you get a loan? No, they can't get a loan. Like Stacey probably doesn't even have, health insurance, so it's like you're already working a minimal paying job. So you definitely can't afford to not be working. Like none of us can afford to be working because we're working against our lifestyle,
Okay. Mm-mm.
right? So we're working against our lifestyles. So you can't, I mean, I don't care what lifestyle you live, you gotta work, right? And you gotta have savings. And nobody that's not the point of savings, is like, oh, I'm gonna use my savings because I'm not working. It's just I don't understand who told these people that they can retire at 50 years old. You still have 15 more years to work, and you have to work consistently. Like you cannot be off work. Like she's like, oh, I heard this long drawn out story about she was being loyal to her patient. You're not in a position to be loyal to
That
anybody.
didn't even make sense to
That
me.
doesn't make sense. But you know what it is you took off work because you guys, I don't come from this, so I don't understand this. But no, you took off work. You took that advantage of taking off work because your patient was in the hospital. But no, honey, you should have been asking the agency for another job immediately. You don't have room to take off work. You probably don't even have PTO, or I heard she said she had 401k. Who did you get 401k from? Home health care don't give you 401k. I mean, are you working for a private agency? I see. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like this, all these convoluted, made up stories that for us that don't make any sense. But yet you're asking for money. And again, it's not just Stacey Roberson. It's ridiculous. It's becoming ridiculous at this point. Get a fucking job. Get a second job. Hustle. You gotta hustle. I have made a lot of money and I have lost a lot of money. I maybe my parents might float me a month or two. Then it's like, what the fuck is you gonna do? And that's just so I want, you know what I'm saying? That I got in that 2 months, I don't have no time to rest. I have to get up and hustle. I have to get it. I can't afford to not be working. And that's what I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Mhm. Same here. I said on here before, I didn't always, from like the age of, I don't know, 25, always had a job or two or three. I remember one time my kids was real young and their fathers was going through shit and they wasn't paying child support. And I needed to pay my bills and pay all the fees for sports and all that. I had three jobs for 3 months. So I'm one of those parents, and a lot of people on here are one of those parents who will do anything in their power to make sure their kids have lights, gas, food, and all the necessities, and not be put out on the street. And I will work, Sassy, you know what? I didn't have people, even friends, over my lifetime. I wish I would work two jobs. I wish I would. And then, who guess who be having their hand out?
Exactly.
So don't
And
shame people who work in two or three jobs if that's what they got to do, because you don't never know. Like okay, the taxes on my house went up $200 per month
oh my
a few
God,
months
that's a
ago.
lot.
$200 per month. And I didn't even know, because sometimes you get stuff in the mail and I'm thinking, oh, that's just a letter from the mail, telling me how much my stuff is. I didn't look at it right away. So when I got to the bank to pay they said, oh, in some banks they don't allow you to pay a portion. You have to pay the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Or you just put money in your bank account until it adds up to a whole mortgage payment. And so they was like, oh, you just want to put this into you pay the other. I'm like, what you talking about? They was like, oh, your mortgage done went up, man, starting last. I was even behind and didn't even know the shit had went up like 2 months ago. I was like, no way, $200. And I'm telling my son, oh my God, the mortgage went up $200. And to a lot of people, that's not a lot. But when you already paying over a thousand something for your mortgage, and then they tack on another 200. Oh, child.
I mean, the same thing happens in apartments. You can get in on a deal, and then the next time you go to sign your lease, it's an extra 200 or $250, and you're like, oh shit, okay, there goes my discretionary you know income, and so or that I'm gonna have to take that out of what I was putting in savings. So I mean, everybody, like that's why I said at every level, everybody is feeling the crunch. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody is going through something, and I
Yeah.
could be one of those people coming on here. My mortgage went up $200, and on the first of the month, I need $200. Cash app, cash app, cash app. I could be one of those people because we see it on here all the time, and I think that's why people continue to do it, because people continue to give. But I'm with Philly Boy TV. It just makes our sector looks bad. Like, I ain't from a lot of sectors, so I don't know if they big like that in all sectors. But he was saying that he in other sectors he go to is not like that. And I'm like, well, I don't know because I'm not out there in other sectors, so I don't know. Y'all let me know. But
I would have, I tend to, believe JC because I don't know him to just be saying shit that ain't true. I don't know, but well, like I said, I know before the pandemic, people were very generous just on their own to CCs, and people had a lot of, like I said, discretionary income to give. And then after the pandemic, I think it kind of slowed down. And then I feel like that's when the change happened. And then within the last year and a half, with the CCs having an emergency every 6 weeks, I personally think that the subbies feel like they're making thousands and thousands of dollars off of begging. So why not get in on it? They'll help me, they help everybody else. But first of all, I don't think of people are getting a whole bunch of money. You know what I mean? I think sometimes that's a one off. Oh, is somebody here? Is somebody here?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're just really low. I don't know if Hood Table can hear you though.
Because I'm at work, so I didn't want to take too much time. I just wanted to ask something and just,
Oh, that's BB. Hey.
hey. I just really wanted to say something quick because I am at work, but I did have a question as to, is it a problem that she asked for assistance, or is it the issue of what her excuse for asking and then the explanations she was given?
I didn't hear everything, BB, but my opinion is both. I mean, who is Stacey Roberson that doesn't offer us any type of comic relief?
Mhm.
information, any kind of service to be asking us for $3,000 for whatever
Mhm.
the reason is. Who is she? I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
that would be
Yeah.
my opinion based off of what I have heard. And then I heard further that the explanation is even um was is even convoluted, and very complicated. So that just makes it
She's
worse.
been giving different people different stories. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that just makes it even more, confusing.
And
But
that
again,
makes people think that maybe you're not really in need. Like you're just asking for the money to be asking to see if you can get it, like a lot of even CCs have done in the past. They just seeing how far they can go.
I don't believe that. I
I,
think that these people are really in need. I really
right.
do.
As
I
to
don't think so.
Stacey as
Not all the
well.
time. Not every request that we've heard.
I think most of the begging is, I think I'm talking about like when they say they need something like a specific thing. I don't know if they're telling the truth about why they don't have it or what they need it for, but I think that the people who are asking for these emergency funds are in need. I don't think that they're methodical enough to come on here and beg like that and they're just doing great. I don't think that. I think most of them are paycheck to paycheck, eating noodles, may perhaps living out of their car. I don't, I think they need it, but I just think the reason is probably convoluted. But that's just me.
So I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to get off. And I appreciate y'all commentary on this, and I get it. I understand that. I just see it as a different, in a different light. I feel like if a subscriber, Matt, whether they are given content or not, is in need, and they come out and ask, if people are willing and able to give, I don't think it's anybody should make any gripe about it because everyone is doing it. Not everyone, but we see people, creators and subscribers alike, doing the same thing. I just didn't see any difference with Stacey. Now, what I will say is the reasoning why she needed did get convoluted. And I think if she wasn't telling the truth, maybe she should have been more truthful just to say, I just don't have it. Now, am I asking for the whole 3,000? Maybe not, but anything and everything would help. Now, if she would have been honest enough for that, I don't see where the issue is because she is a subscriber like we all, and we all need help, and all of us can't give, and some of us do need. So I don't see the issue with her asking, just like I don't see an issue with content creators asking, even though they are giving us commentary, but it's still up to us whether we want to come out of our pockets and give because YouTube does pay you for your commentary. So anything extra is a blessing.
That's very true. And I see what
You
you're
know,
saying.
we
Oh, go
dis
ahead, Sassy. Go ahead.
Oh, because I know BB has a short time. We disagree on that, BB. And when I do this show, I don't think it's going to be a Sunday show. I'm going to try to sneak it in like another time.
Mhm,
It's not going to be a typical Sunday show. I would love for you to click the link, and so we
mhm.
can talk about how we disagree because I know we're going to be responsible about it.
No
Um,
problem.
yeah,
You
but
said Sunday?
no, I said it's not going to be like a typical Sunday show.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more like trying to give them resources. I
Okay.
think the answer, like I'm kind of probably on Vibrant side. Like I think the answer is to get up and go to work. And I
Mhm,
understand that that's not an immediate response, but again, if you've been having trouble, if Jawanna had to give you $50 for a phone bill last year, then that means this is a consistent issue, right? And
mhm,
it's not
mhm.
just about Stacey, it's about all of them,
Right, right.
So
No,
you're
I get
having
that.
right. So if you're having issues, then perhaps we need to do a show on resources, how to build a
Mhm,
resume, work from home, like these
mhm.
type of things, so that next year we're not still in the same spot. But
And
I do feel like, but again, we do disagree on like I feel like who is Stacey Roberson to be asking the beef sector for $3,000 when she's not contributing anything to our entertainment factor. That's the difference for me.
and I could understand that. I could understand that 100%. But whenever you do go live, as long as I'm not at work, I will be happy to join your lives. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop down and listen, and I enjoy the commentary.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Okay?
BB.
BB. Thank you for
Mm,
joining us. I
no
appreciate it.
problem.
Hey, Cassie.
Yes, and shout out to Cassie. She said first time here. She saw that Sassy was on the show from her Explore live page. And what's up, talent and vibrant and just my thoughts. And I probably missed some people, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for adding to the chat and giving your opinions and all that. But I agree with I agree with what you were saying about. I see when I said I see what she's saying. I didn't necessarily agree with what she was saying, but because I said that in the beginning. I'm like when it comes to subscribers asking for that much money, somebody even said, "Why don't you become a content creator?" Because a lot of people on here give a lot of commentary on other people's platforms, or they in a lot of people's chats giving their opinions, and that could be a source of income right there as well.
I mean, I don't think that that's a plausible resolution for Stacey. I heard that Stacey doesn't even really know how to click the link.
Oh.
So, and no, I'm not being shady. I'm just saying real. Like,
uh,
and number two, it's my opinion that content creators, especially new content creators, don't even make a lot of money, if at all, ever. So, I mean, I'm 2 years in, I don't make any money. So, and I think I'm one of the best of the best. So, people say that, but as a real life solution, you just probably need to go the fuck to work. You probably just
yes,
you
and
probably just need to
also,
get a job.
yep, and what Vibrant said earlier is very important too. Giving the money isn't the answer. Learning how to manage your money is a cure. And sometimes people, I'm not saying this is Stacey Roberson's case, but a lot of times people are living beyond, you know, they means, and I don't know. Like some, okay, things happen for everybody. Sometimes people lose their jobs or whatnot, and sometimes you have to downsize. Sometimes you gotta let go of certain things. Sometimes you gotta let the cable go. Sometimes you gotta let. I mean, this is life, and we gotta do what we gotta do to make sure that we have a roof over our head. Some people don't like to give up shit
Yeah, but
as well.
again, I don't think we're dealing with those kind of people. I think we're dealing with people with basic education, very limited job skills, people that are already living on the fray, and their paycheck, they're beyond or underneath paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like the 5 days before the paycheck, they broke. Like that, like dire needs type of situation. I don't think they have 401ks. They don't have savings. They don't have PTO. They don't. So when you're dealing with that, ain't they not living above their means? They're barely living. So when one thing happens, like it happens to all of us, you know what I'm saying? I was going on a work trip and my credit card got hacked. This is the first time in life that
Oh
my credit card
wow.
ever got hacked, ever. I've never been one of those people, you know what I mean? And I woke up
Mm-mm.
one day and it was like all of these charges from Amazon. I was like, what the fuck is this going? What's going on?
Oh my
And
god.
and then I didn't realize, oh shoots, I probably need to transfer funds before I call the credit card company or the bank,
Mm-hmm.
because they shut the card off immediately
Mm-hmm.
and there was no transferring of funds. Then they had to do an investigation. So it was like 5 days before I could, get money. I had a little bit of money other places, but I'm going out of town. I got to get my hair done, $200, my nails done, $100, take clothes out the cleaner, $75. I mean, I had shit to do, you know? And I'm going out of town for work. That might seem like a luxury to some people, but I got to get my hair and my nails done for work. You know what I'm saying? I can't be showing up at the conference raggedy.
Right.
Um, so I had to borrow money. And then, the people got it back a week later. But see, in that situation, if I didn't have anybody, I'm pretty sure I see a person like me. I'm pretty sure I could have come on here and explained the story and got more than what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's not going, I can't be, that's not my story. You know what I mean? I can't be doing that. I got friends and family that can give.
Yeah, and that's a good thing that we have to be grateful for. But I know a lot of times people say, well, I don't know who said this the other day, but they said, "What's up with your children? Why your children won't help you out? Why?" And some of us do have those resources. Like if I really need something, I can go. There's plenty of people I can call up right now. Family, friends, sons, dad. You know, everybody don't have those resources, and sometimes you just have to get out there and you have to try look for resources. You have to really look, and sometimes it takes getting a job, getting another job, getting another job, or maybe go back to school. I mean, I know school doesn't guarantee success. We all know that. But just you got to try something. You got to versus always, having your hand out and hoping and wishing somebody put something in it.
It's delusional, right? And Cassie, I'm reading all your comments. That's
Yeah.
true. The reason why I don't come live is because I don't make no money, and it doesn't make sense. And I'm not gonna be invested that hard to be trying to grind and make money. These people who they have to come live every
Like
single
10
day to
hours a
make,
day.
yeah, they have to come live every single day to make a little bit of money. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, that's why I say, I mean, listen, I understand that we are extremely blessed to have such a good, tribe around us, and everybody doesn't have that. But that's even more so. Well, see, even though I have a strong tribe around me, they ain't handing out no money like that.
Right.
I mean, it has to be an emergency, and you can't come up with an emergency once a year or twice a year. It maybe like this situation has never happened before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, okay, girl, here, what you need. You know what I'm saying? But you can't come up needing. You can't come to my parents needing no $50 for no phone bill. They're gonna be looking at you like, and what did you eat last week? You
And
said,
don't have a man. And what's up, Talent and
oh, and please
Josephine?
don't,
And who else is in here?
and
Talent,
please don't
Josephine.
have a man, because it's
Man,
a
I
wrap.
remember when I was younger, Sassy. Oh my God. And I had my two kids and I was doing bad. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing bad. I was struggling. I was in the projects. I mean, I'm from the hood, so living in the projects wasn't like the worst thing for living in the hood. It's like just another neighborhood to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I would come to my parents sometimes, my dad would go in like, man, where that nigga at? Where that baby daddy at? Where that? They would still help me, but I would have to hear it in my ear, and then it like after a while I'm like, yeah, well, why the fuck am I going to
my
my? And
parents.
that taught me a lesson. The rest of
Yes,
my life up to now, I ain't
yes.
going to my daddy all the time for no money. When I got a whole man, if
A
you got a
whole,
whole man there and you can't depend on him, y'all can't get together and put your heads together and build,
and
then
work it
something
out
wrong.
and work it out, then he don't need
Something
to be
wrong.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even, girl, my daddy, girl, please, and my daddy is the sweetest ever. It's my mama who be like, they money is her money. But my dad, no, that's the first thing like, you say, what now? He don't even care. You say this man is interested in you, but he can't give you $500 to float you. No, it's time. And no, you need to let that go. That's not a man who even remotely cares about anything you got going on in real life. So there's that. But yeah, we need to, I hate that. Well, I ain't gonna say I hate. I think it's, because Stacey, that mouth on Stacey is something treacherous. And if she kills me, hey newbie,
And that's what a lot of people is coming at her
let
for
me say,
too. They
let me
like you
say
be
this.
talking shit about a lot
Yeah,
of people,
and
a
she
lot of stuff.
kills me. I kept seeing her type in the chat. I'm just as messy as anybody else. I just do. But girl, you are raggedy by the mouth. And then you talking about you just as messy as everybody else, but is everybody else begging? Like, who are you comparing yourself with exactly? What other subby is just as messy as you and they begging? Let's compare apples to apples, because you're not on the same level as a Miss Dovey. I hope you don't think you're Miss Dovey, because you're not. Miss Dovey is giving hardcore entertainment for years, every damn day, coming on every day for years. You're not Miss Dovey. So there's a disconnect somewhere. And like I said, versus trying to make fun of them. I want the show to be fun. I was telling Purple Peach, I don't want a preachy show. I don't want to, just, trying to hammer down on this and that. But it's just to say, hey, refer back to this live if you need some help. Because then maybe you don't need any help now, but maybe you will for Christmas, for instance, or next year or something. Maybe you'll get laid off, and maybe you'll need the help. But I do want it to be funny and entertaining. But I have some questions. Who are you comparing yourself to exactly? And
Right.
why? And we need to stop babying and coddling these people. Like, you're not an entertainer. You're not entertaining us. What are we giving for exactly? At the kindness of our heart? But you're not kind to people. And
Child.
these are people who will never, ever, ever, ever give anyone a cash app.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cassie, I gotta watch Lady Nika, Cassie. I
Child, you gotta watch Lady
I
Nika.
gotta
That's that
watch it.
Cassie. That was and what's up, newbie? How you doing, love? Hey, beautiful. Cassie, I had that was my first time too because I seen her name in the chats, but I'm not a chat watcher. Like some people are chat watchers and they know everything that's said and all that kind of stuff. I'm more of type of a little bit in the chat, and I'll be trying to pay attention to what's on the panel most of the time. But people did have a reaction to her, like I'm like, dang, who is this? I really didn't know her like that. I'm like, who is this lady? Like they just giving her the business.
Stacey
But
got a mouth on her, girl. Stacey got a mouth on her. Like I said, I mean, and that's like she said, that's her right. You can do what you're gonna do, but then to constantly need assistance. And then yeah, I didn't see. So did the Jawanna situation happen on Lady Nika as well?
yes, and my thing,
Okay, good.
Jawanna has said that she had blocked her because she kept like, coming to her for this and this and that and that. And Jawanna just felt like, okay, she ain't getting my money back. I'm not giving her nothing else, and I'm gonna just block her. So now they're asking proof. Like people want proof because it's her word against hers right now. The lady is saying, I just mentioned my phone was off. And Jawanna said, well, how much is your phone bill? And the lady said $50. And she said, Jawanna, just send it to me. But Jawanna is swearing, no, that's a damn lie. You asked me for that money and you told me when your son get paid, you was going to pay me back. And so,
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
go
What
ahead,
the
go ahead.
fuck? What the entire fuck does it matter? You put it out there. Jawanna graciously responded. Now you want to argue her down about did you ask for it or not? How did she know your phone was off if you didn't ask for it? See, this is what I'm saying. The audacity is getting out of fucking hand. I had somebody, but she's a sweet girl. So you'll never hear me mention who she is or whatever. But she asked me for some money one time, said she was going to pay it back. I gave it to her. Then she sent me, maybe a month later, sent me a whole email telling me that she needed some more money. And I just shut it down. And I said, I don't have
What?
I said, I don't have it to give because at that point, now I'm a mark. Now I'm somebody who's going to give somebody money when they come to me and say that they're in need. I just had somebody the other day email me from another sector telling me that they were about to get kicked out of their, Airbnb and this and that. And I just, relayed a message on, told them what to tell the person, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't give any money. So there's probably a lot of this happening behind the scenes with who they think have it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I believe it is. I believe it.
And that's fine. Like I said, I've been down before. I've had to ask for money before. I'm not looking down on that, but I've never had to ask a stranger before. And I'm not going to consistently be asking a stranger. And at what point are you going to say, I have to get a job? Like what is it? Where is the disconnect between you working and being broke and having to beg? I don't understand where the disconnect is, because every time I've been in that situation, that's what I'm mainly focused on, is how am I going to get back up? And without that type of get up and go, I think Vibrant said it earlier, then it's going to just be a continuous issue.
Exactly. And on second thought, I mean another thought is I heard other people say, and I agree with this. Even if, okay, let's say Roberson is not lying and that she did not borrow the money. At this point, why not just pay it back? But then again, if she needs rent money, how is she gonna pay it back? You know what I
Well,
mean?
Cassie, well, somebody said that she showed that Jawanna, yeah, Jawanna showed the receipt. And see, why does she have to show that receipt?
Because they wanted her. People were saying, "Oh, well, do you got the receipts because it was in your cash app?" But Jawanna took her a minute to find it. I think because she had blocked her, and I don't know if you block people on your cash app if you can still see the trail, the paper trail.
I don't care. I wouldn't have showed Jawanna. Shout out to you. I know you're a generous girl that people probably don't even know that. I would have cussed that motherfucker out and fuck all y'all. I don't have to show you a motherfucking thing, bitch. You not giving me my
Oh,
$50.
girl, she
What the fuck
was
do I need to show?
Cassie. She was
Yeah,
cussing.
I would have been
Roberson was
so
cussing.
fucking pissed. See, and that's what I'm saying. And then how are you asking somebody for money and you can't even you don't even want to give somebody back $50? Girl, if you don't go sit your
Girl.
ass down somewhere and then argue the point. Even if let's say hood table, I came to you, I asked you for $50. I said I was going to pay it back, but I wasn't able to, right? Then I come up with another situation a year later or some months later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, hood table did give me the $50 and I wasn't ever able to pay her back. Do you know how many people that would have endured to my situation instead of me trying to argue you down whether it was a borrow or not? And then it turns out it was. I know Jawanna not gonna lie about something like that. Jawanna probably gonna say either I gave it to her because out of the kindness of my heart, or I did, or or she borrowed it. So now she just showed the receipts that indeed you did ask to borrow it. Now what? Now you just further embarrassing your dumb ass. See, and I got to chill before I do this live because I'm not trying to like dog Stacey out. I can bring some other people into it. But damn, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up. My nigga,
She
that
did
is
send it.
so.
She sent it the screenshot to Lady Nisha. I saw that, and that's my thing. I had people do the same thing to me. Ask to borrow money, I give them money, and I didn't cut so many people off because of that shit. And I didn't even gave YouTuber. I ain't gonna say their name either, but who needed some money. I didn't gave. You know, and within my own town, within my own family, I didn't gave. And sometimes people pay you back, and sometimes people don't. But when you come back around and ask again, I wish I would.
What
Shit, you can't burn your bridges. That's one thing, especially when you have limited resources. You cannot burn your bridges.
what does Cassie mean? Did Stacey send her the $50 back?
She said you should heard Stacey scrambling to send her $50 on the panel app. Oh, she sent her the money back.
Let me wait. Just yeah. Did she send her? Hey, December baby. Did she send
Hey,
her
December
$50?
baby. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Because I know she don't have it.
So she got well. Maybe she left
Oh,
a
she
little
sent it
bit.
to her. Okay, so it took her. So she needed a refreshing of the memory to send it back.
So now she needs $3,050.
And $50. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk
I
about this.
can't wait till you go live, Sassy.
I need to do some work today. I was off half a day yesterday because I was tired from traveling. So
I
uh
hope you had a safe and pleasant trip.
I did. It was just it's just, tiring. But yeah, like I said, I don't really want to do it on a Sunday because Sunday's show is just all about shenanigans.
Right.
And so I gotta figure it out. And then I might be talking, sometimes when I think about it, I'll be like, I'm fuck it, I'm not doing this show. But I have had people come to me and ask me, like I just mentioned work from home stuff when I was talking about Miss Dovey, and I had like 3 people hit me up on IG saying, yeah, I need that information. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and these are people that, you guys know them,
Because
but
they
they
do
want,
have lists out there, right, of all the work from home. Because you got to be careful with those too. I know you probably you would give them the right information, but a lot of people get screwed on those places,
no,
thinking
I'm
they got to
talking
spend
about,
money and they got to do all this. Like,
no,
no,
no, no, no.
don't
I'm
do
talking
that.
about like name brand
Yeah,
companies that
yeah,
are,
yeah,
that are work
yeah.
from home. Yeah. And then there's even a company that you do have to pay $25 for a background check. But it's super legit. So I want to
Yeah.
tell people that one because it's like contract work, and that might work for some of these people. So they can work for 3 months and be off for 2 weeks and work for 3 months because you're not going to get any vacation. You know what I mean? On these type of jobs. Um,
Right.
but yeah, they're super legit, situations.
And
Um,
that's good for
yeah,
people who might have even like might not have a vehicle or might have a vehicle down, who really needs to get to work and can't catch the bus or don't have busing like that in their
yeah, I mean,
area.
that bus thing alone would probably prevent me from working. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie. 3 hours one way and 3 hours the next way, and then I'm only getting paid $15 an hour, and you should, you know what I'm saying? That may deter some people. So, um, yeah, it's and then I mean, there's a lot of things that I can say. If they don't have a good laptop, they can go on QVC and buy a laptop and pay it off in 5 payments, interest free. So there's some things that they can do that that'll get them some money, a consistent money within the next, let's say, 30 days if they jump on it. Again, if you're about to get evicted, that may not help you out today, but but they'll at least know what's going on. And then, like you said, a lot of these people need second jobs too, you
Yep.
know,
I
because
work 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs right now. And
I know.
although one of my jobs, I ain't gonna say who it's with, but it's a every now and then thing. Like when they need work, if they don't need work, you know what I mean? But still it's there and it's available and I can be like just clock in. All right, let's go, let's get this money. But yeah, in these times of age, if it's either you need a two income home or three, or if you by yourself, you just sometimes I know some people don't want to work two jobs, but you have to do what you gotta do, especially if you got little children. There
But you're
is nothing
saying,
I would have done to make sure my kids could play basketball, could play football, all these elite things that they had that they wanted to do. I mean, the trips, the traveling, going out of town to play games. Like, there was nothing. I worked and worked and bust my ass to make sure my kids had what they needed. So sometimes you just have to break down and just, you know,
but you're saying two
bust
jobs.
your
These people,
ass.
these
Yeah.
you're saying, yeah, you do definitely have to bust your ass. You're saying two jobs. No, like is in Stacey's position. She needs one job. You
Well,
who
what?
told
Yeah.
who told you you could take off work? You can't take off work, and you're already making close to whatever minimum wage is.
And she does home health, so that's like a job. They have a lot of positions for that type of work, right? I mean, I'm not in healthcare or anything, but
I
that's
would
what I
assume.
heard.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
It's not a desirable job. People
Well,
move
yeah.
around on that
Kind
job
of
a
like
lot. So
CNA or something like that. A lot of people don't like CNA work, but well,
it's a low rung job. But the point is that yeah, you have to. I heard
switch
her.
careers, child.
I'm sorry.
She better switch careers.
Well, she's a woman of a particular age, so I don't think that's gonna work for her.
Oh, okay. She a little.
Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, you can't be making $15 an hour and think you can't even miss a day of work, let alone months. So there's
That's true.
that.
I can't do that. Shit.
Uh, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they think, but can't nobody do it because if your income is based off of 40,000, that's probably what that's what your income. I mean, excuse me, that's what your lifestyle looks like. If your income is 140,000, that's what your lifestyle looks like. So you miss a paycheck, you missing a car payment. You can't do that. Nobody can do that. Like we're not trust fund babies. We have to work. That's the
Yep.
most frustrating part for me. I don't get why they don't know that they have to work.
You know what, Sassy? I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day whose son has a full time job and still lives at home and ain't trying to move. And every time she asks him to help her out with bills, he makes up an excuse. I said, "You shitting me?" Because my sons, even when they were in high school, they did something. Because when I was younger, even if I was working at McDonald's, my mom would be like, "Okay, it's your job to provide the tissue, the toilet paper for the next few weeks, or to provide the washing detergent." It might not have been pay 50, pay 100, pay this, but you
It's
got a
about lessons at
responsibility.
that.
And
It's
my
about
sons are the
mhm.
same way. My youngest one's still at home, 21. He pays rent. Okay? He pays rent. Shit, I wish I would have a grown ass nigga up in here, son, nephew, uncle, dad, anybody with a whole full time job, and that nigga make almost as much as I do.
Yeah,
Shit,
she's
yeah, you
not.
gonna pay
She
something.
has. She's what she's doing is setting up a situation for a beta male to be looking for women to take care of him, and that's unfortunate
And keep
because
all their money.
and keep his money for what he wants to do, and that's unfortunate because Okay, girl, I got a meeting in 2 minutes. I gotta go.
Okay, love. Okay, love.
If you
I
still
always love when you pop on the panel and make sure you go live because we would love to have this discussion on your panel too. Because I know you have a different perception of a lot of things. But
yeah, and I need you to click the link because I just what I'm saying. I need.
definitely, definitely.
Okay, okay, honey. All right, honey. I'll talk
I
to you
got you,
later.
boo.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
have a good day. And what's up, Cruiser? What's up, the unfiltered Muffy Cruiser? I missed your live. Saxy came up here and she said she was in your live this morning. I always be trying to catch your lives because you be giving some good commentary. I love your channel, so you make sure y'all check out Cruiser if y'all haven't hit her channel. Who else is in here that got a panel? I know Nubiology has a channel. I don't know if just my thoughts or Josephine, but if you got a channel, feel free to drop the name of your channel down before we wrap up out of here because we done been on here for an hour. If anybody else got anything to say or add to this, I'll give you one last chance. Last call for alcohol. Last call for alcohol. If you want to jump on the panel. But other than that, I think we done pretty much covered everything. And I want to say that I know Ken watches me, so I want to leave a message for Ken. Ken, boy, Kenola You and your woman, your wife, boy, y'all was looking good in those pictures. I think you said that was your brother's wedding you attended. Boy, y'all look like y'all was getting remarried or y'all was renewing y'all vows or something. That's how good y'all looked. I love your wife's dress, that blue. You know, that's my favorite color, blue. A lot of y'all know why, okay? But anyway, yes, blue has always been one of my favorite colors. But yeah, boy, they was looking, y'all was looking real good, looking sharp. So shout out to your brother or whoever it was that got married. Congratulations to them. Again, I'm gonna try to find out the situation that's going on with the real Mrs. J. I love her channel, and she had made a post on her community wall saying she'd have been kicked out of better places. And when somebody said, "What place, might I ask?" And she says, Shelly's. I'm like, what? Did Shelly give you the boot? I heard channel or her chat, or I'm like, what is going on? I got to catch up on some stuff. But other than that, I know people is looking forward to finding out what was up with 7 Stars. She did jump down in here and accuse me of trying to get fame off of her name. I don't know why she say that when we discussed everything from the hood to the White House. I ain't got no fame off of nobody else's name, even though one of my videos alone is almost at 600,000 views. Just one of my videos, okay? I got multiple channels. A lot of the videos are in the 100,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever, whatever. Ain't nobody trying to get fame off of you, girl. We doing commentary on you just like you do commentary on everybody else. So anyway, I was like, really, Seven? Come on now. Ain't nobody that invested in you. I ain't that invested in nobody on here, which is why I don't be on here 5, 10, 12 hours per day every day. I'm more invested in my real stream of incomes, both of them, and a side hustle. Okay, shoot, like I said, I keep me 2, 3 different sources of income. I'm even an Amazon influencer. I get more money on Amazon than I get every month from YouTube. So no, I don't take this YouTube like that. If I get support, I get support. I try to give good commentary. I try to a lot of times I try to be neutral, especially when I have people on here I like who have shit going on. I try my very best to be neutral. Can't nobody say I'm behind the scenes doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to go behind the scenes though, especially if you're trying to get like the tea on something. I ain't behind the scenes doing no F shit to nobody. Not doxing, not stalking, not none of that stuff. Just giving straight commentary, as we all should be doing. Just come on here and give commentary. But what's up, YouTube? YouTube cameras. Hold on, click the link. Oh my gosh, she's probably at work. I think you somebody who probably got a job. You probably got a job, a J-O-B. The word today, Sassy just got off of here. She said, get a job, Stacey Roberson. The word today is J-O-B. But if you can hit the link, YouTube cameras, please do. Because I was just talking about how you said you've been kicked out of better places. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with YouTube cameras and Shelly? Child, hey Corio, hey love, hey Corio, how you doing? You said you caught me. I just saw your comment up there. You said you caught me. But yeah, what happened? YouTube camera, if you that was no. Okay, my bad, y'all. I'm tripping. I need my second cup of coffee. My bad, YouTube cameras. That was the real Mrs. J, and I literally just said her damn name. Y'all got me up here just test the line, just test the line. Yes, that was the real Mrs. J. My bad, y'all. The real Mrs. J made a post and said that she been kicked out of better places, and somebody asked her who it was, and she said Shelly. So I think I'm gonna go over Shelly's, and I think I'm gonna go over to the real Mrs. J and see what I can find out about that. But I was like, I didn't know there was. I don't know if I ain't even gonna guesstimate. I ain't gonna guesstimate because sometimes when you get to guessing or get to thinking, you be wrong. So I ain't gonna say they got issues. I never heard about any issues between the two. I don't think. the real Mrs. J really got issues with anybody, really. She just literally comes on here and gives her commentary. And sometimes her commentary might be a little, hard to swallow, especially if she's doing commentary on you. But I think she gives good commentary. She don't sugarcoat shit. That's for damn sure. What's up, Jay Parrish? How you doing? Yes, you're welcome, Cruiser. And YouTube camera, she's in here. She got a channel too. Check her out. But yes, everybody who has a channel, feel free. It's that time of the chat to drop your channels if I haven't mentioned you already. Because sometimes we don't know who all got channels. So that's the same with me. A lot of people, even though I've been in people chats and I got so many channels, people still be like, what? The Hood Table got a channel? Yeah, I got a lot of channels. I just don't, talk about all of them. But yeah, so yes, you said New York. Yes, she is married to actor Gerald McRaney. Hold on, what happened? Hold on, what happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I know a lot of people have been talking about that thing going on with Steve Harvey. I really ain't really looked into that. And what's her name? Cheryl Strawberry. So I doubt if I do commentary on it, but a lot of y'all have been doing commentary on it, and I'm just enjoying y'all commentary on that. If the spirit moves me on a topic, I'll discuss it. I know some people go live all the time, 2, 3, 4 times a day, discussing stuff on here. The spirit has to move me for me to discuss something, especially if it's in the B sector. Like, y'all already know our motto. We discuss everything here from the hood to the White House. That's the name of our channel, the Hood Table. We discuss everything from the hood to the White House. So we add in a little bit of YouTube B sector stuff too. But yeah, that's not our main focus on this channel. We ain't no one trick ponies over here. We discuss everything: celebrities, trending news, media, even my hometown local shit. But yeah. But you guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I appreciate everybody who dropped down in the chat, everybody who jumped on the panel this morning. BB, she was on the panel, and also the beautiful Sassy. Well, BB's beautiful too. But yes, the beautiful Sassy. And she said she will be going live, not on Sunday. She said it'll most likely be between now and Saturday. She's going to go live and she's going to put her thoughts out there, her 2 cents on her own panel about this situation with begging in the beach sector. And again, y'all have to let me know. If y'all come in and watch this later and y'all think the beach sector then turn into the begging sector, as James, when I was on Treasure Lane, what channel was he on? Spiller Boy TV or Treasure Lane? I can't remember which channel. James has a lot of channels too. But on one of his channels, he was discussing, the begging on the beach sector, how he absolutely hates it. I think a lot of people is getting to that point, even when people really, really, really have a need, because people is just like, man, money is funny out there. I told y'all earlier how my taxes went up $200 a month. Some people taxes go up $200 a year. My shit went up $200 a month, y'all, a month. And when I saw that shit, when I found out, I was like, woe is me. But you know what? It's good to have resources and it's good to not burn your bridges, as in the situation with the Jawanna and the $50 gate, with Roberson, Stacey Roberson, how Jawanna said, I loaned it to you, you owe it back, but I said fuck it. But now that all this shit then came up with the GoFundMe's and all this, and you asking for money from different people, then fuck it. Yeah, she owed me money too. So, and a lot of people got upset with Jawanna, because it's like, okay, a lot of people's already coming at Stacey about this GoFundMe and shit. And then you gonna bring up some shit. And I'm with Jawanna. I don't give a damn if it's a year. Let somebody who borrowed money from me 10 years ago walk up to me and say, I'm so sorry I didn't pay you back 10 years ago when I said I would. But would you please accept this, I'm gonna take that money, hell yeah, I'm gonna go run with it and buy me lunch or put it in my gas tank or put it on my phone bill, like Stacey Roberson did with Jawanna's money. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take that money. So I mean, it don't matter to me. It don't. If you ask to borrow it, and I know a lot of people say, it's funny because I was on Facebook the other day, and one of my Facebook friends. Hold on, let me pull up their post. One of my Facebook friends. This is so funny because they literally just posted this. They said on their Facebook page, they said, "Why do people borrow money and not pay you back?" And then they said, "I'm sorry, that shit is so whack to me. That's why I don't borrow out shit or loan out shit." Then they went on to say, I honestly can't respect people like that. That's basically stealing, and now you are a thief." And then they said in capital letters, my Facebook friend said in capital letters, "Pay people they MF money back." Y'all, I swear to God, they posted this a few days ago on their Facebook page. And you know how Facebook is sometimes. It's just like YouTube. Sometimes on your timeline, you'll get somebody's post. And it could have been a day or so ago. I literally just saw this shit last night when I was watching Mika's panel and everybody else who was talking about the Jawanna and the Stacey Roberson shit. And I was like, damn, is that a message from above? Pay people their motherfucking money back. But yeah, I didn't borrow money in the past. Shit. I didn't borrow money in the past from family members, friends, over the years. It was always when I was younger. And I don't think I borrowed money in probably 20 something. Child, I don't remember the last time I borrowed money. But yeah, you don't burn your bridges. If you think you owe somebody some money back, and if you can't pay it back all at once, even give them $5. My grandma used to say about bill collectors, if you owe a bill collector, even if you send them $1 or $5 or $10 a month, they can't say that you ain't trying. I'm sure over the last year, $50. I'm sure over the last year you could pay somebody back $50 or even 25. At least half. No matter how hard it is, you can at least get them $5 a month. Get on some type of payment plan or some shit like that. You don't want to be the one known to take money from people and not pay it back. I don't ever want that title. You can call me a lot of motherfucking things, but you can't call me no crook. You can't call me no thief. Okay, you can call me hood with a little bit of ratchet every now and then. But anyway, you said my mom said to not loan, just get what you can afford, so don't expect it. And I understand that. I understand that, and that's what I was going to say, Corio. So I'm glad you mentioned that because I was literally going to say that before I read my friend's Facebook post. Some people say if you can't afford to give it, don't give it, and that's I understand that, but my belief is even if I can afford to give it and can afford to give to several people, that don't mean you shouldn't pay me back. That's a lack of trust when it comes to me. I don't trust you. And like my homegirl said on her Facebook post, you are now a thief. You are stealing. And I have no respect for people like that. So even if you don't pay me back, I don't respect you anymore. Every time I look at you, I'm gonna look at you sideways like this bitch took my money and ran with it. But I mean, have you ever seen somebody who asks you for some money and then the next thing you know, they on Facebook flossing? They out having dinner. They buying cars. They shopping. They getting their hair and nails done and shit like that. And you know they owe you money. Child. Like my Facebook friend said, pay people their MF money back if you owe somebody some money. Or at least talk to them. At least talk to them and say, I'm sorry, I don't have it right now. Can I give you this little bit right here? Hell, we all make payment arrangements with bill collectors all the time, right? I make payment arrangements with the gas people, the light people, the water people. I didn't even have car payments before. My car been paid off for some time, but I didn't bought many cars throughout my life. I didn't have to call the car people, the auto lot. My payment's gonna be a little late. Can we work something? Like that's the same way. If you make payments with your bill collectors and your light and gas utility people, why can't you make payment arrangements with somebody you didn't borrow money from? Yeah. So on that note, y'all, I'm about to get my ass up out of here. If y'all want to be a blessing to the channel, to the host, feel free to cash app, $ the hood table 402. I ain't gonna beg, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Same here, newbie. I cannot stand to owe anybody anything. Nope. Won't do it. Can't do it. If I say I'm gonna pay you back on Friday on payday, I'm gonna pay your ass back first thing early in the morning. When I wake up, that shit's gonna be on my mind. I might send you the money before I even make my first cup of coffee. And I'm gonna show you my appreciation. I might add a little bit to it. You know, I might add a little bit to it, give you a little interest. But yes, thanks for joining us. Cassie, I know it's your first time over here. I hope you enjoyed the show. This is not a beef sector channel, but we do include some of beef sector comment in, our commentary. But thank you for checking us out this morning. I appreciate everybody who showed up for your girl this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday, y'all. Get y'all some tacos today. But other than that, have a great week. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Hood Table. If you want to become an official hoodie, all you got to do is hit the membership. The lowest level is $1.99. $1.99 is just fine. Okay, and again, the Cash App is the Hood Table 402. And like, share, subscribe, and as we always say, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.